Yeah, y'all go ahead and like, subscribe to the video. Jamel Live. We're gonna talk about your boy Kodak Black. 611 just dropped. New song he just apparently dropped. Yeah. So Kodak Black, what he just did was he just made a good move. You understand me? And listening to that song, you can tell that he rapping more for the streets now. That's the Kodak we needed. That's the Kodak who needed to be here. That's the Kodak who needed to be, off the drugs, off whatever he was taking. And I'm gonna say it like this, even, making that song, making a good move like that, that just let him know that he trying to get back on the right path of his career. So even if, we don't even know if he had somebody write the verses for him, because some of them verses sounded like Kodak. Yeah, when they let him get on the track, when they let Kodak get on the track and freestyle. Like when I say that sounded like Kodak, I mean, like after Kodak, like when he's like how he started to look really bad, and it's like that's that Kodak, for sure who that is. Every time you hear a little verse when you can't understand what he's saying, even when he slur his verses, I don't know, you can lose everything. Some of that stuff go hard, but some of that stuff sound lame. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the words we couldn't understand. I'm around with that. What? Like you sound crazy. Like you got to be able to at least talk to the people and let them hear every verse. Let them feel you. Like you did good in some of them verses. You had some good hooks and some good stingers, some good verses. You had very good verses in that song, bro. That's the Kodak we needed. You see what I'm saying? We needed that Kodak. We ain't need the always on drugs Kodak, or can't do an interview right Kodak, or can't even show up no more Kodak. Can't even get a crowd to show out. Can't even get a crowd to lift their hands. Yeah, you go to a Kodak concert, you ain't even listen to the concert. He the type of rapper now that if he make a concert or have a concert, you'll just go there just to see the crowd. You wouldn't go see Kodak perform. You wouldn't care what song he's about to rap. Because we know what type of dude he is. Some of them songs was hit. Like that song, Grah, Grah, Grah. 1800. Walking around my niggas. You ain't how your money on head. You can't even listen to that no more. Can't rock. We can listen to it, but we can't write. We'll listen to with Kodak. You'll be the type of person that listen to his music in the car before, or you know what I'm saying. Listen to, you might play his song one time at the gathering with all your family or your homeboys or homegirls one night, and y'all just playing something random. He'll be the song that get you turned. But you don't hear him. You ain't gonna hear him in the club. Like you ain't gonna see him on stage like that rapping them songs and people feeling that song. All because we know what he is. He's a threat to marketing. Yeah, you wouldn't even call Kodak to come market a brand for you. At this point in the game, you still wouldn't even be like, hey, yeah, let's get Red Bull. Let's call Kodak and let him sponsor Under Armour. Let's go ahead and call him real quick. Nike, let's call him real quick. All these big top tier brands, they're not gonna call him. What would Adidas call you for to be on the same commercials with Anthony Edwards and James Harden? Why would Puma call you just to be with LaMelo Ball? You know what I'm saying? So all these people with New Balances, even New Balance, all these shoe companies, they wouldn't, no shoe company, no drink company, no sports drink company, no sports enhancer companies, no liquor companies. You know what I'm saying? None of these companies gonna endorse you. You can always go for the gangster route. You can get endorsed in drugs like Soulja Boy, Lil Baby. But it's just like that's Snoop Dogg. But all that's getting outplayed. All that's getting done. You know what I'm saying? You got to choose another route. If you can invest, guess what? They say Diddy made what, 85%, 80 million, 85 million, or a couple $100 million just from liquor. That's where the money at, bro. Getting those big endorsement deals. And you lack that quality. But with that song right here, that 611, that's the type of route you need to continue to go on, because that's the route that's gonna get you back to where you is. That's gonna get you back to the Kodak we love. You understand me? Songs that we know we can listen to. You'll come out of nowhere and put a nice little song out, but at the end of the day, we love that Kodak. That 611 just now that you made, that's probably one of the hardest songs you made so far. It went harder than a couple of your songs. It's like we know what type of dude you are, even though some of the verses on that song were trash. Like it sounded like some of the verses on your song sounded like the new Kodak. Like it's like you mix Kodak. It's like you mix the old Kodak with the new Kodak, and when you do stuff like that, you can't do that. It don't go together like that no more. In your world, it did, but it never did. Mix the old with the new. It's got to be who you are now, who you are, who you want to represent, who you want, the vibe behind you. You feel me? You can't just say the people because you put your music on YouTube, you put your music for everyone to see. So you'll be dumb. You'll lose fan base. Like even in the video, you got strippers in the beginning. You make the video look cool. The video look cooler than the sound. Cause we see you vibing and relating to your music. We see you living your music. Top Golf, you was on playing golf. You looked good doing that. Yeah, came from nothing to something. You feel me? You was laying on the ground to walking around a mansion. You know what I'm saying? We niggas live for that. Like real street dudes, real street guys, real any type of guy. I feel as if they want something for themselves, they want to see themselves in something like that, bro. That's why everybody got to stay motivated in their own little lane. And like you said, you can lose everything. You can have everything and lose everything. That's a real verse, bro. So that's the type of artist we need. We need that type of young thug back in the game. You feel me? Like the video, like I said, the video looked cooler than the lyrics. Like he was showing a lot of stuff in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like a nice video. The video looked good. It looked better than it kept you entertained. And then I say that's probably one of your best videos you made. Now they had you on that video looking like a clown because you did do some goofy stuff on that video. I can tell you was touching the man right there, whoever he was, rolling the blunt in the car. You touching him, repeatedly touching him. Like nobody want to be around that, bro. Nobody wants to be around a gangster who gonna touch you all day. Somebody who probably ain't even showered today, or somebody that ain't even brushed their teeth for real. You know what I'm saying? You from Pompano. We don't even know if you white good. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even know if you do brush your teeth, bro. If you do wash your back, bro. Like if you do wash everywhere. Your mama taught you to wash everywhere. Rubber duckies. Soap, nigga. So all I'm gonna say is with that, you repeatedly touching the dude, an affiliate, I say, nobody wants to be touched like that. Nobody want to keep being touched and having to tell you, hey man, watch out, man, chill out, bro. Eventually, people gonna get bored of that. They're gonna be the ones that just be around to be around. They ain't gonna be around just because you was hot tier guy or just because you a real stand up guy. Somebody that we can just sit and get advice from right now. Them type of partners that's not gonna do that. They're gonna roll a blunt and ignore you. When we leaving? Where we going? Back to the crib? Okay, we safe. Smoke this nigga junk. Walk around the crib, see some couple of IG models. Them boys not gonna go in this nigga fridge. Yeah, go in the pantry. Yeah, walk in the Airbnb. They ain't with you for you, bro. The people that you hang around, you can say that they are, but at the end of the day, they're not. Even the females that you with. You still talking about trying to find love, but you doing a music video with a girl who ain't your lady. You know she ain't your lady because she in the bathtub like that. She just show her ass to over 100,000 people. Dudes. If she was really a vixen, she'll just have some clothes on. Sitting somewhere classy. Yeah. I'm saying Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion already did that. If we want to look at something bad like that, we'll look up them. We'll look up their names to look at their bodies. That's what the dudes will do. Like even with how she just made that video. Like overall as an actress, you know what I'm saying, you did your thing in there. It's just that it's so unfortunate who you had to portray yourself to being with. You being with a sniper gang junkie. Somebody who rich but don't know how to act. Somebody who rich but probably is still on drugs. Somebody who rich but got yes men around him. You know what I'm saying? And that can really put somebody in a place too. That just makes somebody just think about things like, dang, I'm with this crash shot and he rich. He do voodoo. You know what I'm saying? He even said it. He Haitian. His parents did it. Y'all gotta remember, like, these type of dudes, you know what I'm saying, can put the wrong type of love on you. That's why you gotta stay grounded. You know, you gotta continue to pray, because you never know what type of things people bring around them, what type of energies. You know, you always want to be around a growing atmosphere, or atmosphere you know you're working on, something that's helping you, that you know you're working on, that you're trying to do better each and every day. Not at your pace, but at the right pace. Something that you know you can do, something that you know you can prosper in. And it's important that we feel like that each and every day. But really, honestly, that's really my take, because it's like, shoot, if you think about it, the man in the video, he really keep touching him like y'all partners for years. And you know what I'm saying? He probably just started hanging around him. That man probably don't even like you touching him for real. Nobody want to be in no music video where they keep on patting me on my chest like I'm a good boy, like I'm a good puppy. Now, if he like that, then that's his forte. But I'm going to say it like this. Ain't no grown man finna just keep on, you know, letting stuff like that slide. Yeah, nigga, I am around you because you're rich. Yeah, I am around you because you're famous, nigga. You know, the real gonna have to come out eventually. The real gonna have to come out eventually to tell him. You know what I'm saying? Like, overall, we do, you know, we speak on emotional health, and we big fans, and we're positive influencers for emotional health. So, you know, it's important that we actually don't take that for granted, and we actually take it very seriously. Because, you know, people with emotional health can be damaged. Like Kodak may be damaged. He just might be one of them people that talk about getting love but don't know how to keep it when he get it. Emotionally damaged. You know, and that's a bad space for Kodak. Because at the end of the day, you're making millions of records or thousands of records and getting all these plays. But in your real life, you're not getting no play. We're not talking play like getting some, you know what I'm saying, getting some of that good, getting some of that. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about a good, genuine conversation, a good back-to-back, you know, intertwine of emotional comfort, something that allows them to know that they're safe. Stuff like that, that you know, we gonna be protected no matter what. Every woman wants that. A lot of women want that. Somebody who can assure a sanctuary, somebody who can assure, you know, peace, somebody who can assure honesty, somebody who can assure confidence, somebody who can ensure dedication, somebody who can ensure maturity. You know, communication is one of the biggest things that nowadays our generation is starting to lack. You know, it's always good to have communication. Like, nobody really communicating with him, and he gonna wish that he had something like that at the end of the day. But it's just something that's not gonna be given to him because of the actions that he has done leading up to his career. Like, everything he did before he became Block Baby, Project Baby, you know, he was a junkie. Yeah, he was a junkie. He'll tell you he'll pop pills just to do it. You understand me? Like, and to overcome that, you know, we take it very seriously. Like I said, mental health is nothing to be played around with. We definitely do not joke about it, and we just hope that people do get the help that they need with it. But you got to understand that Kodak is somebody who don't want that help. He's somebody who can cry for help, but he won't want to receive help. Instead of going live, go get in contact with a pastor, a local pastor. Instead of crying on live and crying to women, go ahead and pray. These type of things that, you know, even us, we forgetting to do before we get upset about things that don't go our way, or something that we can't have, something that we want in life. You know, we go about it the wrong way by blaming everybody else but ourselves. But in Kodak's situation, you know, he keep on saying that he want love, but he never gonna get love because of the way he living. Still, you'll see him smoke in the music video. You know, he'll be doing crazy stuff like that and still asking for love, you know, and sometimes you gotta change to actually get what you want in life. You know what I'm saying? Like he made it this far. He ain't gotta really do too much no more. He ain't gotta pop pills in the song no more. He ain't gotta smoke in the song no more. It's like you can go 1 year try fast in 1 year, and see how far your career go. Like I just said, you just made a hit song, but at the end of the day, they still commenting saying pray for Kodak. Even if he on drugs, we still love him. He need to stop. You know, all them type of comments. People still, you know, feeling bad for you. Not as an artist, but as a person, as a human being, as somebody who turns the camera off. People feel sorry for you. And that's the sad truth. Like, the only way they're not going to feel sorry for you, they know that you checked into account, that you got some therapy done, that you just went on a cleanse, you went on a fast from the things that used to excite you. From all the things. Like, you was just in a strip club on the ground. That's lust. You promoting lust. People can say that was a cool shot, that was something boss to do. But at the end of the day, you look goofy. Nobody else was on the stage. You're not special. And you can guarantee the females only did it because they know you Kodak Black. You wouldn't see any other man walk in the club and lay on the table and wait for a female to bounce on him like that. And it's not about making a raw video no more. It's about showing who you are. In that video, you showed a little bit of who you are. You talking about your uncle playing dominoes. You don't give a fuck about that. It go good in the song, but we don't give a fuck about that. Nigga, your uncle playing dominoes in 07. Nigga, who gives a fuck about that, bro? Like, you had some good verses. Like I said, you had some good bars in that song. 611, that's probably one of your best songs this year. So that's the Kodak we actually need. We don't need that other Kodak. That drug abuse Kodak. That always depressed Kodak. That need to do something with his face and hair Kodak. Something that need to be done Kodak. Why do you still wear jewelry Kodak? Like, that's what people starting to say, like, this man really need help before doing all the things they're doing. It's almost like they let this man wake up, put a chain on, and walk out the door. Kodak, you ready? Yeah. He just ain't got no type of real support in his corner. For people to say, man, put the drugs down, we don't need to do that today. Like, y'all afraid to get something home? Y'all afraid to go back home, chill by yourself? Or do whatever you was doing before you was chilling with him? Y'all ain't got nothing on? Somebody need to be real with him. His family ain't gonna do it. Kodak is a cash cow. You're getting manipulated. He's somebody who's easy to manipulate. Even though they told him what the game come with. They told him it's gonna come with people trying to get money off of you or people trying to use you. But he didn't care. He's a project baby. He's a drug addict. Yeah. And it's like, you know, we just gotta make better decisions. The best, like I said, the best decision that you made was dropping that video, because that video did go hard. A couple of things that I liked and I gave a thumbs up to. I gave a video thumbs up to the photographer, to the directors, whoever recorded the video, because the video looked nice, well put together. We give a shout out to some of the bars you said in there. You can have everything and lose everything. That's real. That's stuff that the streets need to hear. Everybody ops. That went hard. So that's the Kodak we need. But yeah, man, that's my take on this video, man. I ain't saying too much about it. Like I said, we're going to support Kodak because that was a hard song, Kodak. And that's the Kodak we going to want to know. That we're going to keep supporting. So you can't mess that up, bro. Them the type of songs we need. So like I said, we give a thumbs up to Kodak 611 song. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on this. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all want more videos, let me know in the comments. Y'all go ahead and comment how y'all feel about this Kodak Black new song. If it was awesome, if it was garbage. You can go ahead and comment. Just like and subscribe. We got more videos on the way, always. And I'm going to keep y'all tuned and keep y'all updated. All right. Until